Hey, this is Matt once again. What about to the video? The paid request this time for Jonathan Lindsey. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, Jonathan Lindsey wanted me to review another episode of Batman the Animated Series called Second Chance, but of course I need to talk a bit about sadly, Kevin Conroy passed away. Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman in the show. For many people, he was the voice of Batman. When they think of Batman, they hear his voice. From the show, and the video games, and more. Sally passed away not too long ago from intestinal cancer. Cancer. Now, I didn't grow up with the show like other people did. The show debuted, what, 94, give or take, somewhere around that time. And at that time, didn't have the channel for it. When I was growing up until about high school, we had ABC, CBS, PBS, and another form of CBS. So it didn't have the channel that Batman was on. And honestly, I would see bits and pieces, but really I only got into watching the show when people like Jonathan Lindsey have been sending these requests. So the past year or two is when I'm finally getting around to watching the show. But I knew of the voice because I'd seen bits and pieces and clips, but I didn't grow up with him like other people did. Like for me, my Batman is Michael Keaton. But I've by this point seen a lot of episodes of the show, really grown to enjoy the show for its darkness, for at times fairly serious storylines like Heart of Ice with Mr. Freeze. And Kevin Conroy nailed the voice of Batman. Just like Mark Hamill nailed the voice of Joker, and Richard Mall is the voice of Two-Face. So the animation is very well done, especially the first season. And Kevin Conroy just had the tone, and it's weird to say mannerism because it's not live action, but it just fit. Like, you think of what Batman would sound like, Kevin Conroy's voice just fit. And you see a difference between Bruce Wayne and Batman, like you hear the difference between the two, as Bruce Wayne much more of a lighter tone, while Batman much deeper. He didn't sound goofy when he got angry, he sounded intimidating. He didn't sound like a lummox, he didn't sound like an idiot. He sounded, Batman's supposed to be a smart guy, but he's a tough guy, he's a fighter, but he's also a detective. And Kevin Conroy kind of fit all that into his voice. And he really made it work. And he's not the only reason why the show works, but he is a primary reason as to why that show worked. And he is a primary reason that made that show became such a popular, iconic cartoon. I mean, you could easily say Batman the Animated Series is an iconic cartoon to a lot of people, to a lot of fans, to a lot of folks out there. And this comes from a guy that there's no nostalgia on it because I didn't grow up with it, but like watching the show and watching the episodes, it is a damn good show. I may not love every episode, like Batman in My Basement sucked. I'm on a few others. I'm not big on the Poison Ivy episodes. But a lot of them very strong, fast-paced, action-packed, and at times even a little bit, make you think a little bit, make you feel a little bit type of episodes. They didn't, for the most part, didn't seem like they were talking down to the audience. Yes, it's a cartoon for kids, but I didn't feel like it was dumbed down for the most part for kids. And Kevin Conroy, he just did a great job, stellar job as the voice of Batman. And again, for a lot of people, he is and always will be the Dark Knight. And like I say, he did a great job with it. And it's too bad what happened. Feel bad for his family and his close friends, and may you rest in peace. Little toast. Now the episode at hand, Second Chance. Decent episode for Two-Face. I mean, pretty much Two-Face is getting ready for an operation. They're going to fix his face, and hopefully that will help with his personality issues. You have a flashback to an earlier episode as to how he became Two-Face. And you do get the feel of Batman feeling bad for Harvey, that Harvey and him used to be friends. And you get moments where he hopes to get his friend back one day. And during the operation, these thugs bust in. Batman and Robin try to stop them, but the thugs get Harvey. Robin is part of the car chase, gets on top of the car, but as they're going over a bridge, he almost gets out. He's got to escape. Batman gets his motorcycle. It's a cool scene where Batman fucks up the car by uses motorcycle, lands on top of the car. That was a fun bit of action set piece. There's a bit of a crash, but Harvey's not there. So pretty much they have to figure out what's going on. So Robin visits a bad guy played by John Vernon. He's the guy who said, "Go fucking iceberg" in Savage Streets. He's a bit of a bad guy in quite a few of these episodes. He says he doesn't know anything. They take Robin to try to throw him off a bridge, but Robin, able to get out of it, swing back and fuck with the bad guys. Cool moment that he crashes through the doors of the car, the windows of the car. Batman goes to talk to Penguin, and Penguin's an asshole, puts his birds into Batman's face to try and make him fall, but he gets out of there. And then Batman figures out like what's going on, finds out that Two-Face himself did it, because Two-Face and Harvey are two different beings in his head. So Two-Face is like, yeah, Harvey's trying to kill me, and I'm going to stop him. Now the fight scenes are fun to watch, especially with like at times where lightning is popping up in the background, and Batman's punching and kicking people. Robin helps Batman out. You see how Robin will be there for Batman. Two-Face is going crazy because the coin, it's the only way he can make decisions is his coin, but he keeps landing on the edge. He's going insane, like, why does it keep doing that? And Batman eventually says, because I gave you a trick coin. When you grab me, I switch your coins. Because he knew psychologically Two-Face can't do anything without that coin. He has to make that decision. That's his Achilles heel, is that coin. And Batman grabs him because the guy's ready to fall, and he's like, it's up to you, Harvey, the coin or me, because I need your other hand. And Harvey wants help, but of course Two-Face doesn't, and sadly Two-Face wins at that moment. But Batman's able to get him, and him and Robin escape this explosion. You get a nice moment at the end between Bruce Wayne and Grayson, where Robin's talking about how Bruce will always be there for Harvey. He's like, yeah, just like you're always going to be there for me. And like one hugs the other, and they go off. Like it's a very nice, sweet little moment. I mean, the episode, it does feel like a bit of filler, because nothing really changes with Two-Face. He's the same as he was at the beginning as he is at the end. So it felt like not much was really happening in terms of development or changes. You don't really get a lot of deeper understanding of Two-Face. I think you know as much about Two-Face before as you do after. He's the same before as he is after. Like, so you don't get a lot of insight or development or growth or changes from beginning to end. And So like I say, it seems a bit filler. Like here's a cameo from Penguin, here's a cameo from John Vernon. So it's not the best Two-Face episode to me. It's all right of a Two-Face episode. Like there have been better episodes with him in it. But it's, it's like it's nice to hear Kevin Conroy, of course, and Richard Mall as Two-Face, Richard Mall from Night Court, and Steve Myers from House, and many other stuff. The animation is fairly decent. Robin, I do like the Grayson version of Robin in here. Just the one that annoys me more is the little kid version later on. But like Dick Grayson as Robin, I don't mind him. Yes, I prefer Batman when he's by himself, but I don't mind Grayson in here. So overall, a decent episode. Not a memorable episode, but it's a decent episode. Like I said, always nice to have Richard Moe in there, and also it gives me opportunity to talk a little bit about Kevin Conroy, and very sad to hear about the news. It's too bad. Like I said, I didn't grow up with him, didn't grow up with the show, but I could sympathize, and like he was a great Batman. Did a great job. Seemed like he very was proud of the character as well. And fuck cancer. Put that out there again. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.